Vraja Kishori Dasi speaking from Australia, and it's crazy. Yeah, she met Gurudev before I was even born, you know, in 1997, and she took Harinam and Diksha that very year as well. So we're very, very fortunate to be hearing from you today. Take it away.
Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimati Bhakti-Vedanta Narayani Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha. So the trouble with speaking about Gurudev is there's just so many unlimited things to say.
Kishori Didi, it is better to put on the microphone. Can't hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better.
It's a very wonderful opportunity, and it's a very wonderful gift to the world. So I was just thinking, Srila Narottam Das Thakur, he says that that let the fame of the pure devotee be spread throughout the three worlds. And so why is it that the fame of the pure devotee is spread throughout the three worlds? Or why is it that that's a desirable thing? Because in this world, the thing that can save all living entities, the thing that can bring hope and happiness to every living entity is to hear the glories of the Lord and the glories of the pure devotee. So without hearing the glories of the Lord, then there is no chance for the living entity to become attracted to the Lord. Without hearing the glories of the pure devotee, there's no opportunity for the pure for the living entities to see an example of what the embodiment of someone who is attracted to the Lord. So in this day and age where there's so much difficulty, so much quarrel, so much disturbance, really the glories of the pure devotee, that's the most greatest wealth. It's the most greatest help for all living entities. If we hear the glories of Srila Gurudeva, which is so vast and so numerous, if they're sung, if we can give our lives to making our Gurudev famous, he's already famous, but if we can come in contact with his glories and share those glories with others, then that will be the perfection of our life. And then anyone who hears his glories, anyone who experiences any connection with the pure devotee, then their life becomes free from suffering and sorrows, just like our lives have become so enriched and so fulfilled from having met such a personality who is just an ocean and a personification of love and affection. He just possessed every quality that you hear in the scriptures about what the symptoms of the pure devotee, they were all manifest in Srila Gurudeva. The symptoms, when the glories of sadhu sangha and the result of sadhu sangha, in his association, we all felt that effect of the words of the scriptures became true, they became manifest. We felt that all the purifying effects of sadhu sangha, we felt that in the association of Srila Gurudeva. And so to spread the glories of such a personality, to give our lives to that, and to come together with others, to give our lives to spreading the glories of the pure devotees and the glories of the Lord, there's actually no greater gift that can happen in this world. There's no greater, we hear Buri Darjana, there's no greater donor than one who is speaking Harikatha. So the pure devotees, that's what their whole entire lives are dedicated to, is speaking pure Harikatha. And if we can spread their glories, then anyone that will come in contact with them will also come in contact with that pure Harikatha. So, and it will destroy the suffering and sorrows of every living entity. And just by hearing about Srila Gurudeva's qualities, just remembering him, just so many devotees, I'm so indebted to Lavanga and Ambarish Prabhu. They never even met Srila Gurudeva, yet they've done this amazing service of the audio saver, and they're spreading Srila Gurudeva's glories. They're helping his glories be spread throughout the three worlds. and especially throughout this world. And so this is just the power of how hearing about the glories of Srila Gurudev, hearing about the glories of the pure devotees, how one's life can be revolutionized and how one can be completely transformed and completely filled up with the enthusiasm and the energy of seva. And can you still hear me?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. So so many things to say. My notes got moved when the table just got moved a minute ago, so just give me a moment. Yeah. For us, it was very amazing because Srila Gurudev, he walked into our lives here. We hear that when the Lord is very, very kind and the devotees are crying in their heart for the association of the pure devotees or looking for Sri Guru, that Krishna, being very kind, will either, Sri Guru is that condensed mercy. He is that cloud bank of mercy. The forest fire is burning, but the ocean never comes to the forest fire. The cloud goes to the ocean and takes the water and then brings that water to the forest fire. So when that cloud becomes so condensed with the water of the ocean, then it can rain down and put out the forest fire. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he describes it so beautifully how Sri Guru is that condensed form of mercy. When Krishna's mercy becomes so condensed and thick, then it rains down upon the living entity in the form of Sri Guru. And we either get taken to Sri Guru or Sri Guru comes to us by the grace of Krishna. And we all experience that here, that Srila Gurudev, he came to this far, far, far away land, Australia, and this little town, Murwillumbah. And not only did he come here, he came to our very homes. He would go from home to home, just knocking on the door, and there he was. And he just stepped into our lives and completely captured our hearts, completely melted our hearts, and completely softened our hearts. The moment Gurudev would come in the presence of anyone, your heart became overjoyed, and then it also melted and tears would flow from the eyes. We saw that Srila Gurudev was so expert at making everyone's hearts cry, and cry with the aspiration that I want to love you and I want to love your worshipful divine lords. And he also, because he was so full of harmony, he was completely in harmony with, always situated and fully situated in that service mood, that the harmony that was in him, when we were in his presence, we were all harmonious with each other. And that was an astounding thing, how all the qualities that Gurudev would bring to the surface in everyone, then we all appreciated each other. So that was also a very, very wonderful thing. He was so careful never to offend or disrespect anyone. And he was so all-embracing. He was so kind and beyond. He was the most dignified personality. He was the most highly evolved and aristocratic, even by material standards. He was from such a high birth and so qualified in so many ways. But he came to these fallen countries, and he was so kind to those of us outside of the Vedic culture who, with no proper samskaras, we had near our temple, when he came one year, we had 2 drunkards that lived there, and they would spend their nights fighting and drinking and fighting. And in the morning, they would still be awake from their whole night of drunkenness. And one of them, they would see Srila Gurudev walking past on the morning walk. And one of them, he had had some association with devotees, and he would lean out the window, and in a drunken manner, he would call out, "Jai Gurudev," completely intoxicated still, even though it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. He'd been drinking all night, drinking and fighting all night. And Srila Gurudev called them like Jagai and Madhai. And then one day this man, he came out into the laneway when Srila Gurudeva was going on his morning walk, and Gurudev embraced him. And this man became just so overwhelmed. He was sobbing. He was suffering so much from material existence. And Gurudev, not considering what a terrible situation he was in, and what a purified personality Srila Gurudev was, he actually embraced this person. So we saw just time and time again how Srila Gurudev would look past all our disqualification. He would look past all our faults, and he would see the potential of our Atma, and he would give us that hope that come with me to Vrindavan, and he would give us that hope that we had a place there, and that he would make a place for us, and that he could take us there. He was so especially kind to his daughters also. Sometimes this tradition it's been, women have not had such a outward place in the Vedic tradition, it seems. But Srila Gurudev was so empowering of all his darling daughters, and not that he wanted anyone to come into any smell of Purush Bhav, but at the same time he wanted everyone to be strong in their dedication to Krishna, and strong in their sharing of Krishna consciousness. And sometimes he'd call a lady and they'd to stand up and speak, and if they were shy and they were reserved and they were a little quiet in their speaking, he would say, no, not like meow, meow, meow. You're actually like, you're daughters of a lion, So he wanted that his daughters be strong in bhakti. He said to me, now that you've come this far, you should give up all shyness, meaning, shyness for spreading the glories of the Lord, and shyness for surrendering to Krishna. And so that was very wonderful. So of course he was kind to everyone. Sometimes he would, to encourage his daughters, he would say, I think you actually have a better birth than the men, because it's easier for women to be soft-hearted. So in this way he was encouraging. Just so many things. I just wanted to share a small story. Someone just told me yesterday that I was getting flowers. They've been helping me get flowers from their flower farm, and they were telling me that they're not a disciple of Srila Gurudev, but this gentleman, he told me yesterday that twice Gurudev has spoken to him through his picture. And he said both those things. He just came into a room. The first time he didn't even know who Srila Gurudev was, and he visited someone's house and they were devotees, and he looked over at the picture of Srila Gurudev and he felt that the picture spoke to him. And that picture told him, you stick with this family, they will give you everything. And anyway, some years down the track, he ended up marrying the daughter of that family. And he said, and that has come true, that that everything has come from that. And then another time, he said he had another encounter where he really felt like Gurudev spoke to him through the picture. So Srila Gurudev is still so present in so many ways. Even today, he's waiting to. And I just want to share a small story that one time before Srila Gurudev arrived, I had a big picture of him framed. And he was going to be staying at our house. So I was very busy painting and organising everything. And I picked up the picture from the frame as the day before Srila Gurudev arrived. And when I received it, the frame was too low. It was kind of touching on the top of the picture. But I didn't have time to get it adjusted. And so I put it on the wall, kind of in the deity room, but kind of the wall that wasn't so prominent. And then when Srila Gurudev arrived the next day and he came into the house, and then I met him in the hallway outside the deity room to speak with him. And I said to him, is everything all right, Srila Gurudev? And he said, yes, everything is good, everything's good. He said, only one thing. He said, I'm feeling so much pressure on my head. So from that, I understood how he's present. He's present in his picture. He's present in his books. He's present in his devotees. He's available even today. And I can see that from so many devotees who never met Srila Gurudeva like yourself, and their lives are still being changed and revolutionized. And so this is very wonderful. I just want to really thank the devotees from GVP who are keeping Srila Gurudev's words alive and propagating that. Again, I want to thank the devotees from the Audio Saver. I want to thank all the traveling sannyasis and the traveling preachers and all the devotees who are maintaining temples around the world, all the mothers and fathers who are raising beautiful Krishna conscious children who are really, the children are amazing, you know, Srila Gurudev's children, they're small children and they can speak so much tattva and they have very deep and beautiful conceptions and full of so many sweet moods. And so, yeah, we're very, very fortunate. There's just unlimited things to say, but I'm guessing my time is coming to an end. So,
got a few more minutes if you want to take it.
Okay, a few more minutes. So, Gurudeva would say the only problem in the whole world is that love and affection is disappearing from everyone's hearts. He said there's been so much advancement in all material facilities, all scientific advancement, yet we can see that people are not becoming happy. He said, because that's the only problem, is that love and affection is disappearing from everyone's hearts. So Srila Gurudeva was really the embodiment of love and affection. And he wanted that all living beings should be happy. He truly wanted that. Even sometimes he had to walk to a class and he had to walk through a paddock with cows in it. And he said one day, tomorrow we won't walk this way because I can see the cows are becoming a little scared when we walk by. And he truly wanted that every living being should become happy. That's why he wanted that. He just knew that the only way that every living entity can become happy is if they become servants of Radha and Krishna. And there's so many beautiful things, so many beautiful slokas that Srila Gurudev made so alive in our life. I'm thinking about the 3 A's, the Anyabala Sita Sunyam, the definition of pure bhakti. Wherever he went in the world, he made sure that everyone knew this sloka and knew this definition, and he really wanted that all the Vaishnava community should actually practice pure bhakti and come into this line of pure bhakti. And the Anapita Charim Tarat, you know, when he went everywhere establishing what is the goal, what is the speciality of Mahaprabhu, what is this gift that hasn't been given for a very long time, what is this gift of Mahaprabhu, what is this complete speciality, this savor to be this bhakti shriyam, this Unnata Ujjvala Ras. And then the other sloka that of the 3 A's was Araja Bhagavan Rajesh, how he really established who is our worshipful Lord. He's Araja Bhagavan Rajesh. He's the son of Nanda and Yasoda and Vraj. And what is the best type of worship? It's the worship of the damsels of Vraj. And what is the evidence for this? It's the spotless Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is the conclusion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So these conceptions, along with so many other deep, beautiful conceptions, Srila Gurudev, he established these in everyone's hearts very, very clearly. He spread the glories of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur throughout the world. He revealed the glories of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He did an amazing thing of giving Jaivi Dharma to the Hindi-speaking world. It wasn't even available in Hindi. Srila Gurudev learnt Bengali so that he could do that service for his Gurudev of giving Jaivi Dharma to the world. And so many of the books that Srila Gurudev has given to the world. It's very rare in this world that people even understand who is God. Most people don't even have a conception of God. That kind of conception is disappearing from the world, and let alone. And then if people do have a conception of God, it's usually very much in a mood of awe and reverence. So then our Gaudiya Vaishnavacharyas, Srila Prabhupada, they gave this conception that actually of Krishna being God. So Gurudeva said, Srila Prabhupada came to teach you that Krishna is God, and I've come to teach you to forget that. So they're completely in harmony in their relationship. But then even higher than understanding, not only is Krishna God, but then he has a consort. And that consort is Srimati Radharani. Okay. One very quickly. And then higher than that is her beautiful girlfriends and the service they rented to her. And then higher than that is this Manjari Seva. So these amazing conceptions Srila Gurudeva has given to the world. So he came to collect me. I'm just praying that he'll come and take me with him and keep me with him. And whatever births I have to go through, I just pray that he'll keep me close and collect me, and that I can give my whole heart to him. Jai Shri Gurudev.
Jai, thank you so much, Didi. That was so beautiful. And you were saying about how, Gurudev's impacting people, who everywhere around the world, people who haven't even met him. And I can 100% vouch for that. He impacts my life every single day. And, I pray to him every single day. And I'm very, very grateful to be able to hear from you and able to hear your stories with him and your realizations. So thank you so much, Didi.